Hello and welcome to my channel. What do I have for you today? Bit of slow stitching to start with. So you may have seen when I've been showing you before the big roll that I started. Well, he's not quite finished. I'm still working on him. However, I have done a fair bit on him. Yes, just literally backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. It's even quite cute on the back. You see that? Yeah, I know there's some gaps, and I know my lines are not exactly straight, but I do try. And I've got that little piece to still do. That's that one. Let's show you those in a minute. This was another little one. Snippet roll that I had pinned and tacked. Look at this. There's all the stitches again on the back. And there they are on the front. Go slowly, Lynn, and I won't make it all joggy for you. That's all right. It's like a train going across, isn't it? So that was that one. I mean, again, it's only mainly straight stitch. You know, just in, out, in, out, in, out. Yes, there are some French knots in there. They would be bigger French knots, and these would be your normal little ones, sort of a, I don't know, 3 or 4 wrap round, and they're going to be like a 7 or 8 wrap round, just to make them a bit bigger. There's some star stitches in there. So I did that. It's not really too much of a snippet roll, is it? But it is a snippet roll. So, what else? Well, you know, I did the stitching book, and I made its cover, and that didn't fit right. Well, I was obviously making a back cover for it. This is the back cover. So the other one said stitch by stitch, I think on the front, by Linda. But of course, that ain't going to fit on the book either. That'll come in for use of something else. What's he got? He's got some lace on, some extra bits. He's got some French knots, and more lace, and some zigzaggies up there, and yeah, crosses down that one. So quite simple. Steady. Not sure what I'll do with him, but he's there. Then I made another little purse. Oh, with a bit of fluff on it. This is again just straight stitching. Now, if I was being very clever, perhaps I'd have got that head up the other way round. But because it's a whole picture, that would have been upside down then. Anyway, it's that way round. It's just over sewn there. It's got a pretty on the front. And I put a rather large popper in there. I didn't line it. I thought, no, I'll just leave it with its stitches. It's not hurting. So that one was fun to do. Not a lot to do. I've sort of rounded off these edges. I haven't gone round those edges. I just went up the bit that you were sticking together. But it's a cute little pursey thing. What else? Now this one you may have seen. Yeah, I think he can probably have more on him. He doesn't. Sometimes you just don't know whether you've finished or not, do you? Now, this would have been this way round. That's just because I would have been making it into another purse again. That meant her head was up the right way. You come over the back, the tulips are up the right way. Got that one right. But I haven't decided yet if I want to line it, because that's a bit more messy, isn't it? I think perhaps it needs a lining. But it's cool. Now, there are ideas. There's always ideas. And then I was getting a bit carried away with the old embroidery. And I went like this. So that's a bit of a doily. There's some flower stitches on there, and there's some big French knots on there, and little French ones up there with green bits to sort of say it's a plant. And there's round ones, and there's straight ones, and even the back's quite pretty. See that? That's quite pretty. And I've left like the pulled, when the threads come out. I think that's cool. Anyway, it's pulled. So that was a pretty. So then I moved on, as one does, and I went completely daft. Look at that. That is a French knot extravaganza. That took me some time. I got there. So it's 3 pieces of material. 1, 2, 3. Clearly. I just did like the slow stitching on this one. I've got yellow on my hand. That's from colouring in. I do apologise. Obviously I've been leaning on something yellow. And then I've done this one and I've left again the fraying. Sounds better, doesn't it? Did a couple of birdies. And I've left the fraying edges. So that one I was quite pleased with, actually. Why not? One more. And it's another, you see this? Sort of embroidery one. I've not done a lot. I did the roses. I did some crosses. I did some French knots down for his nuts. And some for his grass. And there's a French knot there just to catch the top bits in. And that was all I did. Sometimes less is more, isn't it? Back's a bit strange, but don't worry about that, do we? It'll go in something or on something, or it could be put into a frame. It could be put onto a journal page. It could be, I don't know, all sorts of things, isn't there? I'm sure you'll come up with something. So that is my slow stitching so far. And I'm enjoying this. What I do have that I got in the post was this. Now this is fabulous. So it's embroidered country gardens. Create beautiful hand-stitched floral designs inspired by nature from Lorna Bateman. Now I'll give you a quick flick. Look at these projects. She shows you how to do it, what to use. Pretty cool book. All the flowers. She's got an A to Z of flowers in there. A to Z of stitches in there. I mean, if you know your stitches, a lot of people already know their stitches. I don't. But a lot of people, but it's still plenty of ideas in there. It's a bit about her. There. Lorna Bateman is passionate about embroidery, nature and teaching. She's been working full-time as an embroidery teacher and designer since 1989. Her teaching has taken her all over the world to a native South Africa, as well as to Russia, France and the USA. In 2002, Lorna launched her own embroidery designs in kit form, available from her website. If I put that up there, you can probably take down the website. Hopefully it's the right way around. As I'm actually videoing this, the writing's all back to front, but well, I'm sure it'll come out right for you. Do you want me to read it out just in case? Never too sure, are we? Let's have a look. So it's LornaBatemenerbroidery.com. Lorna Bateman Embroidery, that's what I'm getting at. Now she actually lives near Alton in Hampshire, UK. Wonderful book though. Good old Amazon. So there you go. That's what I've been up to with my slow stitching. I'm still doing projects and I seem to have more that have been pinned and tacked than I have done. I do like putting the colours together and the materials together, and then I go off and do something else, and then I have to come back and think, what was I doing with that? I'll get there in the end. So I should say. Do give us a thumbs up. Do subscribe. I should say. You stay safe and you take care. Have fun with your sewing. Bye bye for now.